Inkatha Freedom Party President Velenkosini Hlabisa is set to close the party's policy conference in Empangeni, just north coast of KwaZulu-Natal. Let's take you live to that address now.
Zahara. May the soul of Zahara and all those who have gone before us rest in peace. Amen. We can be seated. Let me take this opportunity firstly to thank you, Program Director, our Deputy National Chairperson, Mrs. Gamadlopa Mthethwa. I greet all the members of the NEC present, all our delegates, and the media. Before I make the closing remarks, on behalf of the IFP, I want to convey our heartfelt condolences to Zahara's family. The IFP was deeply saddened by the passing away of Zahara, the multi-award-winning singer and songwriter. This talented young woman will go down in history for her album, Loliwe, which in 2011 broke through like a blazing fire. Her untimely death leaves our music industry and entertainment industry poorer. Our condolences go to her family, friends, and her colleagues. May the soul of Bulelwa Mkutukana, commonly known Zahara, rest in peace and rise in glory. Program Director, the Secretary General has conveyed the gratitude to thank all people involved here today. But I also want to thank the support staff from all the IFP offices, from the Cape Town caucus, KwaZulu-Natal, and Gauteng caucus. Our communication team, as well as the technical team, the delegates from Limpopo, Northwest, Mpumalanga, Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, and Gauteng. Colleagues, when we began our deliberations yesterday morning, I invited you to speak freely and to engage robustly with the policies that were tabled before us. As we close our deliberations, having finalized the IFP's policies for 2024, I must thank you for doing exactly what we needed to be done over the past 3 days. The IFP is a party at work. We have emerged from this National Policy Conference with a set of implementable, practical solutions that will set our country on the path of resuscitation and revival. What we have achieved is for the benefit of South Africa and for the good of all the people of our country. Our discussions have focused on every aspect of governance at the highest level, yet we have never veered away from the bread and butter issues that affect every South African on a daily basis. This is the hallmark of the IFP. We have always walked hand in hand with the people we serve. We are the people. Inkatha was born to reignite the struggle for freedom on South African soil, to work here, live here, and serve here at the center of the struggle. Today, the IFP is still at the center of the struggle. We understand the heart of South Africans better than anyone, and we are here to fight on behalf of our country. I would like to thank our Secretary General, the Honorable Mr. Siposetu Ngobo, and the Office of the Secretary General for spearheading this process of policy review, which has been ongoing for the past 18 months. It has delivered an excellent result. With the policies now before us, the IFP has a clear idea of what government will look like in 2024 if we receive the mandate of the electorate to govern. It is now up to us and up to every leader in every structure across the party to carry the message into our constituencies and into the whole of South Africa. This is what the IFP stands for, and this is what the IFP is going to do for the people of South Africa as we have adopted the policies today. Colleagues, this conference has been a perfect way to close a very busy, very productive, and very painful year for the IFP. It has been a year of loss and a year of gain. It has seen us lose our father, even as we witness the legacy strengthening the party. On the back of sustained hard work, we have seen tremendous growth in membership of the IFP. As we speak, new branches are being formed, while some 850 new branches await inauguration. This is testament to the success of our decision to focus on mobilizing support and preparing branches as Umntwana wa Empangeni instructed us to do so. Having made the right strategic decision and having put in the work, the IFP has secured a level of growth and strength that honors the almost 50 years we have served South Africa. Because of what we have done in 2023, 2024 will surely deliver a good results for the IFP. But we are not yet there. We have not yet arrived. While this year is drawing to a close, we are entering the most critical period of campaigning and mobilization. This is where the real work begins. We have placed ourselves in a strategic position to bring the fundamental change that South Africa needs. We are ready as IFP to govern. We are ready. We are ready to lead, and we are ready to serve the nation of South Africa. We now have just few months to bring on board as many South Africans as possible by sharing the IFP's vision, the IFP's plans, than the IFP's policies, far and wide. After the Christmas period, the IFP's National Council will meet to ratify the resolutions of this conference, after which these policies will feed into our election manifesto to be presented to the electorate. The work that lies ahead is intensive and demanding, but it is the work that we will do very well. The IFP knows how to campaign. We know how to mobilize support. We know how to listen. We know how to debate and bring people on board, because we believe in the value of what we offer. The IFP has what South Africa needs, not only in our policies, but in our character. Beyond our analysis of the present challenges and beyond the practical solutions we have devised, it is the IFP's unique brand of trustworthiness leadership. Our policies, the policies we have debated over the past 2 days, can save South Africa because of the caliber of the leadership that will implement them. We are not just good on paper, but we deliver. The IFP genuinely works for South Africa. We do not merely come up with wonderful ideas meant to excite the electorate. People know that when the IFP makes policies, the IFP will deliver in those policies. We follow through. We are not a party that invests in plans and then leaves them on the shelf to gather dust while we walk a different path. As I said in my opening remarks yesterday, it is our opponents who offer the people of South Africa the National Development Plan, but give them the National Democratic Revolution. What the IFP offers is what the IFP will deliver. We are the party South Africa can trust. Let us not take for granted the value of our fundamental aspect of the IFP's character. We are so used to being honest and trustworthy that we forget how rare it is in politics. What the IFP offers is unique and valuable and desperately needed by South Africa. Let us therefore shift the focus of our nation away from lamenting dishonest leaders to celebrating the fact that there is IFP leaders whom South Africa can trust. Our founder often spoke about a revolution of goodwill. It is time now to reignite that revolution. Let us light a fire of hope in South Africa and fan it into a flame that consumes all talks of a failed state. Let us shift the conversation to what can be done, to what must be done, to what the IFP is going to do. South Africa does stand a chance of survival. There is even hope for strength beyond a full recovery, but it will require the right leadership taking the helm, and in a democracy that is done through the ballot box. We are therefore placing it in the hands of the people of South Africa to bring change they want in South Africa. Our job is to make sure the people vote on the basis of facts and trustworthy information, that they are not fooled by empty promises or bought food parcels, that they are not fed populist rhetorics that fuels their frustration and capitalizes on the rightful anger of our nation. We want voters to know exactly what is possible, exactly what is needed, and exactly what the IFP is going to do. Because on the basis of that, good decisions will be made for the future of South Africa. But friends, our country is tired of hearing about the future. We have been told for decades that the future will be better than today. But when is the future coming? The change we want is change right now. That is why we are saying it is time. The time of the IFP has come. The time of change is now. Through the policies that have been debated, which will receive final tuning after this conference, the IFP has fixed a path to change. The top 6 issues are a matter of concern in South Africa: crime, unemployment, including graduates, load shedding, corruption, the collapsing education system, and the broken health system. On the matter of the health care, let us be clear as the IFP. The IFP supports the universal health access, but the National Health Insurance Bill in its form is rejected by the IFP because the NHI bill is a recipe for disaster for our health sector in South Africa, like the OBE in education, which handicapped our education system, and only to be abandoned later. The NHI will do the same to our health sector. The current NHI bill has a poor funding model, provides no clear role for private health care service providers, and there is no open or transparent consultation with medical practitioners and all other stakeholders in the health sector. The IFP, therefore, wants to place once again its stance on record on the matter of the NHI bill. Having indicated the top 6 challenges in South Africa, the IFP has adopted solutions to these challenges. Let us therefore make our policies known. Let us tell South Africa, because South Africa desperately needs to know how the IFP will protect South Africa's women and children, how the IFP will grow the economy, how the IFP will restore the rule of law and lose the iron grip of criminality in our nation, how the IFP will fix the education system and make quality health care accessible to all who need it. The people of South Africa wants to know how the IFP will secure social justice for every South African, how the IFP will restore dignity to struggling families and empower our people with skills to become self-reliant. The IFP, in all the above, the policies that we have developed and adopted will be a solution to save our country from the above scenarios I have indicated. All what we have done over the past 2 days was for the sake of our country that we have served and loved for almost half a century. The IFP, as I close, will continue in the new era, and it will not lose its identity. We are the party the people of South Africa can trust. We will remain in the service of the people of South Africa. The next year's election must be a watershed moment and a turning point in our country. Let us partner together. Let us remove the government that has failed us over 30 years. Let us rebuild South Africa and save her from being a failed state. Let us call every South African who is not yet registered to register and vote the IFP to fix South Africa. We must save our country. We can do it. Let us do it. I wish you well when you go back to your respective homes. Your contributions, your time is the greatest investment you made to save South Africa and the generations to come. Thank you very much, colleagues, for all the work you did over the past 3 days. I want also to thank the media for the wonderful work they did to communicate our message to people of South Africa. We will always appreciate the media to give a fair chance, as we have done today, throughout up to the election day, because another 5 years in South Africa is hard to contemplate. We need a change next year. Thank you very much.